Welcome to the final round of the 2014 historic Formula Ford 1600 Championship here at Silverstone. The race sponsored by Speed Sport. Ben Sims, already the champion, coming here to Silverstone. He's not racing, he was a champion before Brands Hatch, in fact the double header there, and wasn't racing there either. Returning though to the championship, his former champion Neil Fowler in his Lola, the Neil Fowler motorsport driver, and he set the quickest time of qualifying this morning, almost a full second quicker than Callum Grant, who was the winner last time out at Brands Hatch, also won at Croft. Did Callum Grant, he's also a former champion. The second row, well, that will be headed up by James Buckton in the Alden to make 3 marks in the top 3 positions. Simon Torn will start alongside him in 4th position, followed by the 2 Speed Sport drivers, Mark Dragahescu and Josh West. Dragahescu in the car that Michael O'Brien took to victories earlier in the season. Row 4, that will be headed by Max Bartel, driver that sits second coming into this weekend. Alongside Bartel, Stuart Baird, he rounded off 4 Merlings all together on the grid. Row 5 headed by Brian Morris, and the Lola row 5 alongside him will see David Wild. Roland Svensson will start 11th with Kevin Stanzel alongside him. Sam Binfield starts 13th out of Matt Wrigley. Alex Meek starts 15th, then Michael Wrigley 16th. Cars heading out now onto their green flag warming up lap around the Silverstone National Circuit we were using this weekend. We were out on the Grand Prix circuit earlier in the season, you may remember. So that cars onto the grid. So we've got Fowler and Grant now on the front row. Pole position here around the Silverstone circuit. It's on the outside heading towards Cops Corner, although it's a side-by-side start, which you may think may give Callum Grant the advantage. Have to see that as they head off to the cars now, all getting into position. You can see the rest of the grid on your screen. I went through the top 16. We've got Daniel Pickett, James Lovett, Dick Dixon and Danny Stowns will round up the top 20. It's a 34 car grid for the final round of the 2014 HSCC Historic Formula Ford Championship. It's been a great season of racing. Slipstreaming has been a big part of it, and that's exactly what we get around this short Silverstone circuit, which are made up of 4 corners, really. Copse, Beckett's, Brooklands and Luffield. So the lights are about to go out and we go into racing, and we do it a 20-minute race. Is it Grant or Fowler that's made the better start? Well, it looks like pretty even between the two of them, because then Grant had the inside line. It is a bit damp there, but he takes the lead. Callum Grant then takes the lead away from Neil Fowler as the cars charge in round Cops Corner. It looks like they've all made a good start. We're right on board with Bartel. Let's go through the kink there. Down a gear into Beckett's, and James Buckton's locked up. He's got out wide, those Bartel, allowing Simon Toyle up on the inside. Without they power along the straight down towards the Wellington straight down towards Brooklands. Bartel using the slipstream there. It's Fowler that's got the leader away from Grant. He's trying to do that anyways on the inside line. A great start from Mark Dragahescu. The Speed Sport driver goes up to 3rd position. Does he on the inside of Buckton? Yes, he's got that. But it's Neil Fowler that's took the race lead then, who's returned into historic Formula Ford this weekend. His first race of the season, he leads the way. It's Grant in second. Dragahescu also in his first race of the season. He raced in the Ward Hayes Trophy last year. Though we've had a couple of cars off. John Slack is facing the wrong way there at Brooklands. But the leaders come through Woodcote to complete the first lap of the race, and the top 3 already started to make a break. Grant looking to the inside of Fowler, but Dragahescu using the slipstream of Fowler to go right around the outside of Callum Grant. So Dragahescu there goes up into 2nd position as the rest of the field flow through then on this first lap, or heading on to the 2nd lap of the race now. And I think John Slack has recovered, so all the cars continue. Let's have a look what happened with Slack. He ran out onto that damp piece of tarmac, and then the wet AstroTurf spat the car around, but he was able to rejoin even though at the back of the field. So it's Dragahescu that's taken the lead now, using that slipstream to get ahead of Neil Fowler. So Dragahescu, who struggled a touch in the wet qualifying conditions this morning, qualified 5th, he leads already before the end of the second lap. It's Neil Fowler sitting there in second, right underneath him, and then third is Callum Grant. James Buckton trying to go with the top 3 who are breaking away. So it's the ex-Michael O'Brien car. Race winner this year at Silverstone as well. He leads the way. Fowler though, going with him. Callum Grant perhaps started to fall away from the top 2 ever so slightly. If he can use that slipstream though, he will be able to claw his way back in. We can ride on board with him. Fowler, he's trying to go back to the lead. He's got the inside line with the outside line for the right-hander at Beckett, but he's done it. He's taken the lead back. So Neil Fowler leads once again in second position. Well, that's Dragahescu, and third is Grant. Grant now back into this lead trio. And he's sitting right on the gearbox, and Dragahescu using that slipstream down the Wellington straight. Underneath the bridge they go. He looks to the inside. Dragahescu looking to the inside of Fowler. No positions change. It's still then Neil Fowler that leads the way. It's second Dragahescu, and third Grant. Through Luffield. And then towards Woodcote to complete another lap now this race. That 3 completed as Dragahescu looks to the outside of Fowler. They have Jink to the racing line, but Dragahescu's done it, and around the outside. No, Fowler keeping committed on the inside there, continues to lead, but both of them battling there, has held each other up. So here comes Callum Grant. They go 3 wide down towards Beckett, and it's gone round the outside. Will take the race lead, does he? Yes, Callum Grant leads then. Great move that was. The top 2 battled it out through Copse Corner. Used the momentum through that fast right-hander to then move around the outside for Beckett. But Neil Fowler's fighting back. He's using the slipstream. Own Mark Dragahescu. They're going to be 3 wide once again. Not quite, but it's Fowler around the outside of Brooklands to take the race lead. The Lola gets ahead of the Merlins once again. So it's Fowler from Grant from Dragahescu this time as they turn through Luffield. He's already started to get away. But of course, once Grant gets back into that slipstream as they exit Luffield, it's that long run towards Copse Corner. James Buckton tried out wide in 4th place. He's over the wet AstroTurf. He keeps it in a straight line now, but Max Bartel is right behind him. Bartel looking to the outside line, heading towards Copse Corner. Simon Toyn in that as well. They go 3 wide almost for the lead again. It's Fowler leading. Dragahescu may have got second there. But it's side by side for 4th between Buckton and Bartel, the 2 drivers battling for second and champion. Simon Toyn getting involved. They're 3 wide. They're 4 wide as Josh West joins in. Trying a similar line to what Callum Grant did last lap. It didn't work quite so effectively, but he did get ahead of Simon Toyn. Buckton stays 4th. Bartel is 5th as they head on to the Wellington straight and down towards Brooklands. There's a long run in these 1600cc Formula Ford cars. And of course, slipstream is so crucial in this type of racing. Josh West really late on the brakes to grab 4th position. That was a great move. Josh West raced in the championship a couple of years ago with quite a bit of success. He's running in 4th place. Bartel slides his way through Luffield. Chasing after West. Again, Woodcote, not a corner really for these cars. Flat out using that slipstream is Bartel once more. Here he comes in on the inside line for Copse Corner. Doesn't go for that move though. So it's Josh West now in 4th. The second of the Speed Sport cars. Yellow flags at Beckett, says a car off. That being Nick Panthini, the Titan. Off the road there. Here are the leaders. Fowler, Grant and Dragahescu still together in that order still. Heading into Luffield. It's Fowler then that leads the way. Let's see what other battles we can pick up. There are battles all the way through the field. Roland Svensson leading this one. He's in 8th. Head of Stuart Baird, David Wild returning to championship this weekend. Simon Brown up in 11th position already. That's a great start from Brown. He started all the way back 31st on the grid, I think it was. So this has been a strong drive from Simon Brown. He's got Brian Morris and this man, Kevin Stanzel, behind him. Stanzel trying to latch his way back on to the back of this battle for 8th position, being led by Roland Svensson, as I say. Now as they all scrap over position, Stanzel's going to try and get himself amongst this battle. Morris there just clipping over the dirt, and I think on the mud there, went over the visor of Kevin Stanzel. He wiped it off, lucky enough, a long straight followed, so he could do that. A bit of side by side as Simon Brown looks to the inside of Simon Brown. David Dwyer and Stuart Baird all battling each other going through Luffield there, and now Stanzel has joined this battle as we head down into Cops Corner. Through the right-hander they go. Off towards Beckett's now. Morris looking to the inside, which then would have come the outside, but it's under yellow, so driver's very sensible there, getting back line astern. I think Simon Brown has possibly jumped another place or so. Fowler, Grant, Dragahescu, that's still the top three. Fierce battle as it is. It seems a little bit more line astern for the moment. So they turn their way through Woodcote. Cross the line for another lap completed. And they do just about stay line astern. Bartelli's 4th out of West. Toyne darts out up on the inside. He's trying to get 2 cars for a moment, but round the outside. West gets 4th place. That was Wild gaining the place, a bit further back. Side by side between the 62 car, which is Gareth Cordy in the Alexis, and we're on board with Philip Walker in the Crosley. You can see once again battles all the way through the field in historic Formula Ford. Doesn't matter if you're fast or just out there to have a bit of fun. You will have that fun because there is racing, what should I say, throughout the field, side by side through Cops. Philip Walker does gain that position. Aboard the Dragahescu, first bit of lappery completed. That was the 32 car. The Lotus at 61 of Nigel Adams. He gets lapped in, he kept out the way nicely as the cars complete their 9th lap. It is Fowler that leads, and from Grant, from Dragahescu. Dragahescu, they're using the curbs on the inside line. The apex of a Cops Corner. Here comes Grant then, he's looking for the lead. Round the outside, the yellows have gone in at Beckett's now. He can't do it. Dragahescu tries to put his nose there, but not quite. They stay in the same order. These are the 3 leaders. A bit more lappery to do. You can see Dragahescu using the slipstream. They're going to be 3 wide heading into Brooklands. Can Dragahescu jump them both? He's on that damp line though, so he's got to be careful under braking. He's got Grant though. Fowler stays in the lead. There's a car off. That's Matt Wrigley. He's vacated his car, so Wrigley out of the race. He's entered to race in the Formula Ford Festival next weekend. Of course, the week after that is the Waterhays Trophy here at Silverstone. So historic Formula Ford getting everybody in the mood for Formula Ford fever. Dragahescu on the inside of Fowler heading into Cops. He's got the inside, but Fowler right round the outside, carrying the momentum in the Lola there to stay in front. Here comes Dragahescu though, he's fighting back. He's alongside, he's got his nose in front, he's on the outside for Beckett. Fowler's on the inside. The experienced Formula Ford race goes through, as does Callum Grant. He's sneaked up on the inside there. Good bit of racecraft there from Grant. But Dragahescu fighting back. He's trying to go round the outside, but Grant in the slipstream of the leader will get that extra speed, and he uses that to pounce up on the inside. Fowler though chops his nose off and continues to lead. So here they come then round the right-hander. Matt Wrigley having to watch on there. West and Bartella having this great scrap for fourth. The two Merlins. More battles. That's Baird, Wild and Morris. Morris up on the inside of Wild. Couldn't get it done though. Bit of damage to the front of Baird's car. A chunk has been taken out of the nose cone there. I don't think it's at risk of falling off though. See who else we can spot here. Oh, there's Dick Dixon and his Lotus. He's looking to the inside but can't quite get ahead of Alistair Littlewood. But he runs out wide. Littlewood over the mud, over the wet AstroTurf and loses out again. It's a replay of a couple of laps ago. Danny Stansel up over the wet tarmac and he spins. Matt Wrigley did the same thing. Stansel got going though where Wrigley didn't. On board of Kevin Stansel into Beckett's. He's still part of this great battle. There's Morris and Baird in front of him. So Baird lost out. Morris though over the wet tarmac. Splashed through there. So that's going to give Stuart Baird a run. And it does. And Kevin Stansel wants to get involved here. He's up on the inside of both of them. Heading into Brooklands. He gets it done. Kevin Stansel gains 2 places there. Good bit of driving. So now he's after the battle in front. That's David Wild and Roland Svensson. In the meantime, Simon Brown has jumped both of them. And that means Brown is up to 8th. Baird fighting back on the inside at Copse Corner. He goes back through then to Stuart Baird, repasses Kevin Stansel. Of course Brian Morris involved in this as well. Using the slipstream. Here comes Stansel. He's fighting back to the what would become the outside. That's a little kink. The inside, but really it's the outside though for the right-hander at Beckett's. And onto what used to be called the National Straight, but when the new loop was put in, now it's the Wellington Straight. And here comes Stansel then. It's on the inside of Baird. The battle between Svensson and Wild continues. Stansel's got that place done then, as he turns through Luffield, fighting at the wheel. Up a gear on the exit of the corner, then turning through Woodcote and up on another gear. Stuart Baird, is he going to be able to fight back again? Yes, he does. Slices up on the inside to take the place. Run out wide, however. Into Beckett's. Great battle between the two of them, this is. Stansel coming back at him now. Real ding-dong battle between the two of them, but Baird later on the break trying to brave it out round the outside. David Wild trying to do the same in front. On board with Sam Binfield now. Gear selection issues for him. And that's allowed Alex Meek through. They're battling just outside the top 10. Good battle between the two of them. Neil Fowler still leads though, and Callum Grant is in second place. They're starting to get away from Mark Dragahescu. Is this just going to come a 2-car battle to the flag? Closing stages of this one now. Here comes Grant round the outside into Copse Corner, and he does it. Great move by Grant, that was. On board with Roland Svensson now. This battle with David Wild is happening. He's going round the outside into Brooklands Corner, but Wild still having that inside line and stays in front. So trying to cut back there to Svensson, but that's not really a good place for Luffield. So turning up through the right-hander. Wild drifting his way through the corner there. Nice bit of driving there. Now Svensson in the slipstream through Woodcote, and you can see what the slipstream does for you there. Brings you back and up alongside goes Benson, and through he goes, so he gets the place done of it, the position eventually, but that battle will continue to continue as the race goes on. Oh, and it does. Here comes Wild then, the outside for the Kink, but he's the inside for Beckett, and he goes through. Plenty of lappery to be done. Remember, Grant got through, but Fowler's fighting back. He's around the outside at Brooklands. The Lola goes back ahead of the Merlin. Dragahescu coming back to the battle. Just time for 2, maybe 3 laps to go. There's all these cars to get past. So Fowler thinking, where is a good place to get through? First is Gary McHugh. He's in the 76 car. John Slack I saw was in there as well. So here they go, up across the line, down towards Cox Corner. Neil Fowler up on the inside of the 76 car. He gets that done. Grant's going to follow him through, as he does right there. They're side by side in front of Fowler now. Where does he go? Because these cars, of course, in one class. So no real car advantage. So no power advantage. Grant's trying to go around the outside, but he's going to get boxed in behind one of the back markers there. The Fowler looks to the inside. Again, Grant getting boxed in as Dragahescu comes through now. They're about 5 wide down the Wellington straight. Dragahescu almost running to the back of Fowler. Grant still got the inside, but Dragahescu's got the slipstream. Who's going to lead us into Brooklands? Could be only 3 of them. I think we may be going on to the last lap. This time through, it's side by side for second. Grant clips one of the corner markers. Precision driving there from the 2012 champion, who gets second place away once again from Dragahescu. So we're heading on to the last lap. It's Neil Fowler that leads. He was thinking about getting a slipstream with the back marker, then decided against it, or has he? No, he's using that now. He's got this little advantage to Callum Grant. Round the outside of the back marker, that's 177, who is Peter Hannum in the Nike. Not a car you see in Formula Ford racing too often. Fowler's got this gap, but there's more traffic heading into Beckett's corner. He's having to go around the outside of one of them. That wasn't ideal, and Grant can sneak up on the inside. The battle's back on. Dick Dixon is next up. Fowler using the slipstream of him, and that might be just enough to keep him ahead of Callum Grant. Headed now into Brooklands. Luffield isn't particularly an overtaking spot in this. Grant looked forwards against it. He's going to try and get the run up across the line, because it is quite a lengthy run, although of course the finish line much closer than the start line is. So here they come, up to the line, the final round of the 2014 historic Formula Ford 1600 Championship goes to Neil Fowler just. Grant came up alongside him at the flag there. It was just 69 thousandths of a second the victory went from Fowler to Grant. Dragahescu took third. Who's going to finish in 4th position? Here they come, it's Josh West. West beats Toy. Simon Brown up to 6th, a great drive. 7th, James Bolton. Max Bartel had a spin towards the end. He finished in 8th, will take 2nd in the championship. The battle for 9th, that goes to David Wild. He beat Stuart Baird and Kevin Stansel. Roland Svensson fell down to 12th at the end. Alex Meek there, 13th, should have had a Sam Binfield. In the Titan, he takes 14th. There's your results then. A great race to end the season. What a season it's been for the historic Formula Ford Championship. Battles throughout the field at every round of the season. Races just seemed to have gone better and better as well as the year went on. Thruxton, the second meet of the year, that looked to be a pretty much a cracker. Then we had Silverstone, Snefton, Brands Hatch, and now here at Silverstone once again. Some really, really good racing, and I'm sure more to come again in 2015. But Neil Fowler ends the year on a high as he returns to the championship by taking the victory here on the Silverstone National Round